Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our guests, welcome to the press, to Jack. Ordinary Council meeting Tuesday the 28th of July 2026. In accordance with Regulation 14I of the Local Government Administration Regulations 1996, this meeting is being audio recorded and the recording will be published on the town's website within 14 days. Members of the public are cautioned against taking any action as a result of a council decision tonight until such time as the minutes of the meeting are published or have been advised in writing by the council's administration with regard to any particular decision. Elected members are therefore asked to ensure the use of their microphones for the purpose of the audio recording. Item 1. Declaration of opening announcement of visitors. We declare the meeting open at 7:01 p.m. Just like to also acknowledge the Wodjo people, in particular their connection here to Lake Clermont. Item 2, record of attendance, apologies, leave of absence. Approved leave of absence nil. We have apologies from Councillor Annette Sawan and Councillor Sarah Franklin. 3, disclosure of interest nil. Item 4, response to previous public questions taken on notice. The question taken on notice at the Ordinary Council meeting held on the 30th of June 2026 has been responded to as shown in tonight's agenda. Item 5, public question time. Mr. Peter Green of Swanbourne. Mr. Green, thank you.
Thanks for allowing me to ask questions to the council. My name is Peter Green. I'm 11 Cornwall Street, Swanbourne. I sent you the questions I'm going to ask, and there was a little bit of a context relates to the tree retention policy. I'll just take you through my process in this. I've completed the public consultation survey in, I think it was October 2025.
Mr. Green, if I could just say, if we can, given that we have time restrictions, if you can just keep your preamble to...
The only thing is, I agree with that. I've never been to a meeting in my life and I don't know this process.
No, that's okay. That's fine. I'm just giving you a bit of...
That's right. It's not going to be... It's all I have written, but I'm just going to read it again. Is that...
Sure. No, you've got 6 questions and you can have a small amount of preamble to get into your first question.
Well, so the context is the preamble, which I've written down there. Okay. So I completed the survey in 25. I was made aware that the results and considerations would come to the council in early 2026. I noted that the May meeting would now be presented at the June or July meeting. I noticed it wasn't on the agenda now and last meeting, so that's why I'm here. When paying my rates in June, the front office rang a staff member who said I would be called back. This didn't happen, and I just wanted some information about it, and I didn't get that back. I completed the feedback question option on your website, and as far as I know, I did not receive a reply on that as well. So the reason I'm here is because I wanted these questions asked by someone, and I was told that that was the way to do it, so I'm here. And I know the council has to proceed without modification, proceed with modification or not proceed with the policy, and I don't know if that is happening or when that's happened. So the questions are, why 9 months after the consultation process closed has it not been taken to a council meeting? And do I read them separately?
Well, you can read them separately and have the response. So if you'd like, we can give you the response to question 1.
Yep, do that.
Great. Excellent. Thank you.
Following advertising of the draft tree retention policy, the town reviewed the submissions received and commenced further review of the policy. The town is awaiting the revised model policy wording from WALGA and is considering the experience of other local governments that have introduced similar policies. This is to ensure the policy is clear, practical and able to be consistently applied.
Okay, 2. Will the feedback provided by residents be made available to ratepayers?
So the town does not intend to publish individual submissions, not Notwithstanding this, the Council report will provide a summary of the feedback received and the matters raised through the consultation process, and this is normal practice.
But when is that going to occur?
You've got that in another question.
All right. Oh, then, yeah. Okay. All right.
When will it be brought to the Council for the next resolution?
Right.
Question 3, please.
So that's going to be came at the same time as a decision on one of the others. Okay, fine. Other feedback options. When will it be brought to the Council meeting for resolution?
Subject to receiving the revised model policy wording from WALGA, it's anticipated the policy will be considered by this Council in September or October this year. Council may determine to adopt the policy with or without modifications or not proceed at that time.
So what was that? When did you go to
October.
October meeting?
September or October.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
You did say June, July.
Yep. Things shift, Mr Green. So, yes.
So that's the answer at this point. Question 4, please.
Right. Question 4. Are the feedback options for ratepayers working? If you need consultation feedback, then there's an obligation to communicate clearly the timelines and come to a resolution in a timely manner. There was 3. This is the 3rd time I've tried to find the answer. I wouldn't be here if I got answers the first 2 times of what you've said. So, do we have the correct process? If you're going to if you've got 200, say, people putting in a survey, surely they should have you have a sort of, I was going to say responsibility to inform them that it's been delayed because of these reasons, rather than we have to come and search for those. So that's that. So, CEO?
So the feedback received through the consultation process has been considered and has informed the ongoing review and revision of the proposed policy. As this process remains ongoing, no final decision has been reached at this time. To reassure you, Mr Green, the plan is...
So what about the other 2 times when I was promised communication?
I can't comment on whether you were promised or not promised.
So the second one I put in online, there must be a copy of it somewhere.
Yeah.
And the phone call, I can give you the exact time and date when I made that phone, when I went to the front office.
CEO, would you like to continue with your answer?
So the town acknowledges that the response was not provided to your later phone call and website inquiries, and we do apologise for that.
Right.
So we do have a record of that occurring and we didn't respond. Notwithstanding that, the town appreciates your long-standing support and patience. The additional review is intended to ensure Council is provided with a well-considered policy in alignment with the revised WALGA policy and a clear summary of the consultation outcomes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr Green.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming tonight. Now calling Heidi Hardesty, please, of Swanbourne.
Heidi Hardesty, 12A Myera Street, Swanbourne. These questions relate to the minutes of June 30th and the decision to extend the off-lead area at Lake Claremont. Number 1, given the matter was not urgent, and because the Lake Claremont Advisory Committee was established to consider matters relating to the management of Lake Claremont and its immediate environment, and to make recommendations to Council to allow for an informed decision-making process, why did not the Council seek a recommendation from the Advisory Committee after further data was sought and before the decision was made?
CEO?
Council may make decisions as it believes appropriate as the circumstances provide for. In this instance, Council believes the decision to be a balanced outcome as a modest, clear bounded adjustment would improve movement, compliance and access while protecting the children, path users, wildlife and the environmental values of Lake Claremont, with the most sensitive wildlife areas already fenced.
Question 2.
Given that dog walking is identified in the Lake Claremont Management Plan as a proven contentious issue with respect to the competing values of dog walkers, the enjoyment of the area by other visitors, and the importance of protecting the flora and fauna of this environmentally important conservation area, why didn't the Council conduct a public consultation to inform and seek input from the community before making this decision?
As stated above, the Council may make decisions as it believes appropriate. There is no requirement for consultation to occur, and in this instance believes the decision made is to be a balanced outcome.
3. How can this decision be considered balanced when the report by the administration clearly states that the current situation of over 7.3 hectares of dog off-lead area in the vicinity, which includes 4.5 hectares at Lake Claremont and 3.8 hectares at the Mount Claremont Oval, amongst others, is more than sufficient space to provide for dog walkers, and that the interest of those wanting to increase the dog off-lead area were put ahead of other users of the park and the protection of wildlife.
CEO.
Council may have a different view to that of the administration.
Okay, 4. Given there are daily transgressions of dogs running loose outside the dog off-lead areas of Lake Claremont, how is demarcating the dog off-lead area by trees and signs going to protect wildlife and other park users?
CEO.
The Community Safety Team performs daily patrols at the lake and will continue to do so when the new off-lead area comes into use and is demarcated. Once signage is in place, it will be very clear to dog walkers where the off-lead and on-lead areas are.
And finally, I'm asking the Council to please reconsider this decision and consider revoking this decision at our next Council meeting.
CEO.
This is a decision of the Council.
Thank you, Ms. Hardesty, and thank you for your service and commitment over many years to the Lake Claremont area. Thank you. Now calling Craig Kavanagh, please, of Claremont. Mr. Kavanagh.
Following the answer to the question appropriately, the activities in a thoroughfare and public place local law creates specific offences for planting within 2 metres of a carriageway under clause 2.1c with a fine of $100, including the verge treatment other than a permissible verge treatment under clause 2.9.1, it's a $200 fine. And failing to maintain the permissible verge treatment or placing an obstruction on the verge treatment under 2.10, $100 fine. These are all under the local law. The town has previously advised, and it was a follow-up to questions I'd asked previously, taken on notice, advised that authorised officers determine the appropriate compliance, obviously got it wrong, or enforce responsibility where the breach is identified. Nothing's been done in over 2 months. My question concerns the legality of the approval itself and the enforcement. If an approved verge treatment is inconsistent with these laws above, what statutory authority permits the town to approve or allow the verge treatment to remain in its current form, which is unlawful? Please identify the specific act, local law and legislative relied on.
Thank you, Mr. Kavanagh. Thank you for your question. CEO.
The town's role is to manage and regulate activities on local government land. Decisions regarding verge treatments are made having regard to legislation, the town's policies, operational requirements and circumstances of each case. The town does not provide legal interpretations or legal advice on legislation or speculate on the application of statutory provisions.
Thank you, Mr.
So
Kavanagh.
has the law been broken? Breached?
That's at this point.
Yeah, I know, but I've got 5 minutes, haven't I? So
No, that's it. You've asked one question, and that's your question.
You've breached local law. You've breached local law.
Thank you, Mr. Kavanagh. Item 6, public statement time. Nil. Item 7, applications for leave of absence. Nil. Item 8, deputations, petitions, presentations. Nil. Item 9, confirmation of minutes from previous meeting. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Moved, Councillor Brown. Seconded, Deputy Mayor Kelly. All those in favour? Carried. Notice in. Item 10, announcement of a confidential matter for which the meeting may be closed to the public. Item 17.1.1, appointment of Director, Development Services. Item 11, business not dealt with from a previous meeting. Nil. Item 12, 12.1.1, Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee Terms of Reference. A mover and a seconder, please. Moved. Councillor Fernandez. Seconded. Deputy Mayor Kelly. Councillor Fernandez.
Nothing further on them.
Deputy Mayor Kelly.
Or could I ask my questions last night?
Okay, great. Anyone else like to speak for or against? I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. 12.1.2, audit log. A mover and a seconder. Moved. Councillor Fernandez. Seconded. Councillor Main. Councillor Fernandez.
I think the audit log represents a good list of improvement opportunities for the town, and I'm happy that we're working towards them. Could be provided as a member of the Audit and Risk and Improvement Committee. Keep forgetting what the I. We should strive to make continuous improvements, and I think the audit log is a good sense check of where we are and what we need to do to get better.
Councillor Main.
Nothing more to add, thank you.
Okay. Anyone like to speak for or against? For? Against, I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. Item 12.1.3, Financial Management Review. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Fernandez, you'll do us a favour again, will you, sir? There we go. Excellent. Oh, Councillor Cameron. Seconded. Okay. Councillor Fernandez.
Nothing further to add. I can report.
Excellent. Councillor Cameron.
No, nothing to add.
Okay. I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. 12.1.4, the 2025 Compliance Audit Return. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Fernandez, there we are. And Councillor Cameron. Two of the ARIC committee members. Councillor Fernandez.
Yep, I think the return is in good shape. There were a few responses where we need to work on and improve, but again, nobody's perfect, and I think things are running quite well at the town. At least that's my takeaway from attending the Audit and Risk meeting.
Councillor Cameron.
No, look, I'll just repeat what he said. I think it's a pretty robust exercise, and I think the administration on the whole do a great job.
Thank you. I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. There we go. 13.1.1, Council Resolution Action Register. A mover and a seconder. Moved. Councillor Brown. Seconded. Councillor Main. Councillor Brown.
I just want to, thank the admin for this register. I think it's really clear and a really great reminder of, a lot of the motions that we do oversee, and sometimes, we do forget them being in the past. Of particular note, are the comments, the executive comments as well about status updated on there as well. So, again, just thanks for the transparency on that and what's happening on some of those. So thank you. I'll support the motion. Thank you.
Great. Councillor? No. Okay. Anyone like to speak for or against? Councillor Fernandez speaking for.
I think this is a great improvement. I think this provides a lot of transparency and visibility for not only the councillors but also the general public as to what's happening with the decisions we've made, where they're going, whether they've been enacted or not. And as we work through this report will get more and more robust, and you'll be able to follow up on where things are with the council by viewing this.
Thank you. I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. 13.1.2, the local law review. And I'll just note that I've been made aware of an amendment due to an administration amendment to it, but if I can have a mover and a seconder, and then I'll bring forward the amendment. Councillor Gertie moved. Councillor Mayne. Councillor Gertie, would you like to speak to this?
I'm happy to wait for the amendment.
Great.
Thank you.
Councillor Mayne? Great. Okay. The amendment, if we could have on the screen, please, the amendment that I'll put. The amendment is item 1, that item 1 be amended by removing reference to the activities on thoroughfares and public places, Local Law 2003, and 2, that item 2 be reworded to say notes that in accordance with section 3.1.63 of the Local Government Act 1995, a total of 12 submissions were received during the public submission period relating to the Parking Local Law 2016 and the activities on thoroughfares, public places, Local Law 2003. And the reason is just to capture both local laws in terms of feedback from the public. Do I have a seconder for that amendment? Councillor Cameron. Anyone like to speak for or against the amendment as put? I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. Okay. Anyone like to speak for or against the substantive motion as amended? No? I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. Point 1.3, monthly statement of financial activity for the period ended 30th of June 2026. Have a mover and a seconder on our financial statements. Councillor Fernandez and Councillor Brown. Councillor Fernandez.
Nothing to add on it.
Okay. Councillor Brown?
Nothing to add on that.
Okay. Okay. Well, silence is gone. I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. 13.1.4, list of payments first to the 30th of June 2026. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Mayne and seconded Councillor Cameron. Councillor Mayne, nothing to add. Councillor Cameron?
Look, these do sound somewhat mundane things that we're discussing, but for those in the room that might not know, we have checked these at a Q&A last night, and that's why some of these things seem to be going through so quickly. But, yeah, nothing to add.
Okay. I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. 13.1.5, review of policy LG 512, corporate purchasing cards. I'm looking at Deputy Mayor Kelly there. Yes, Deputy Mayor Kelly. And seconded Councillor Cameron. Deputy Mayor Kelly.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Look, this is quite straightforward. It's not in a marked up form, but if you look at the new policy, it's really come out of the Auditor General review, made some recommendations in terms of the utilisation of corporate credit cards and in particular things like making sure we cancel them if people leave. The other aspect is in relation to making sure they're in a personal name rather than a position. So that it's really a bit of a tidy up, but it's well spotted by the Auditor General, and it's good that we get these sorts of comments so that we can refine now and improve our processes.
Councillor Cameron?
Yeah, get value for our money. Nothing to add.
No. Okay. I'll put it. All those in favour? Carried. No dissent. 13.2.1, the CEO expression of interest, 331 Sterling Highway, Claremont. The CEO advised that this item is withdrawn from this meeting and will be brought back to a future ordinary council meeting for consideration. Item 14, announcements by council. Councillor Brown.
I feel like I haven't done much. I think attended contact forum. I think we've had on some road issues as a council. forward to the outcomes from that. That's it from me. Thank you.
Well called. Councillor Getty.
It's been a quiet time. I attended Concept Forum here and also History in a Coffee Cup. And just before you asked me, myself...
I wasn't... Okay, well now that I will ask you, Councillor Getty, what was the subject matter of the History in the Coffee Cup?
I'm so glad you asked me that. It was about Ella Bone, who was a resident of Claremont, and she became the wing commander in the Royal Australian Air Force Nursing Service, and she was involved before she became a wing commander. When she was quite young, she became involved with Dutch migrant children during the Second World War. So it's a very little-known story about Dutch migrant children who came to Western Australia during the Second World War. And so that was very interesting, and hearing about Ella Bone being a wing commander was also very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad that you secured your ticket yet again to the History in the Coffee Cup. Fast, very fast. Councillor Lane.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I also went to the briefing forum and attended the Town Centre advisory meeting. And it's an exciting time. The group are investigating the idea of promoting tourism in the town, and also we're sort of opening up the promotions perhaps to more than the shopping precinct. It's just an investigation, but I think it's a great initiative, and it's just the inklings of the beginning of it. Very exciting.
Thank you, Councillor Main. Deputy Mayor Kelly.
I too attended the forum. Unfortunately, my fingers didn't work quick enough to get to the coffee cup talk. Councillor Gertzi beat me again. WMRC, we had a special meeting to bring down the budget, which is good, and attended the LGIS board meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Fernandez.
Yep. Concept Forum as well, Audit and Risk Improvement Committee, and worker training for effective community leadership. So that was the whole day.
Great. And special mention to Councillor Fernandez. Councillor Fernandez, you're completing your diploma in...
Local government diploma, yeah.
Excellent. And thank you
for... I passed the first 3 units, another 7 to go.
Okay, and thank you for undertaking that. Councillor Cameron.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I looked at the Concept Forum, which was very interesting, and I was away for the citizenship ceremony, which normally I love going to because I think it's one of the highlights of the... thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Cameron. Perhaps all of the above. I seem to be spending a lot of time with the CEO and the Deputy Mayor, which is wonderful. But the citizenship ceremony, we had 19 and over 6 different nationalities, I think at least, attend. So it was a lovely night, and people were very straightforward in saying how much they loved living in Claremont after coming. But as you know, it's been a journey. It's not like they've just started living in Claremont. To receive their citizenship, a lot of people that were there had been yet again a 5 to 10 year journey, as we know, to receive their Australian citizenship. Thank you to the CEO and also to Leanne for helping with the evening. It was a lovely evening. 15 elected members, motions of which previous notice has been given. Nil. Item 16, new business of an urgent nature approved by the person presiding or by a decision of this meeting. Nil. And now we have a motion to close the doors. Moved, Councillor Brown, and seconded, Councillor Cameron. That in accordance with section 5.232 of the Local Government Act 1995, the meeting is closed to members of the public with the following subsections applicable. Section 5.232B, a matter relating to the recruitment or employment of the CEO or a senior employee. I'll put it, all those in favour, carried, no dissent. Item 17.1.1, the appointment of the Director of Development Services. Yeah. That Council approves the preferred candidate for the position of Director, Development Services. Okay. 18, future meetings of Council. Ordinary Council meeting Tuesday, the 25th of August 2026 at 7 p.m. Item 19, declare the closure of the meeting at 7:35 p.m. Thank you, everybody.